Hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Card Sharks. I'd like to give a big shout out once again to Mr. Bill McD for another opening poem. And remember, if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, leave it in the comments section below. Now, on with today's game. 52 cards in each player's deck. Some bring them joy, some make them say heck. On Card Sharks! This is the game where a single turn of the cards can win you over $32,000 in cash. And now, to get us started, here's your host of Card Sharks, Brandon Scrub. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MDQ Productions. Glad you could join us here once again. On our last show, we saw our long-reigning champion taken down by our current champion now on the show, who won himself a nice chunk of cash last time to the tune of $12,300. Please welcome back Mr. Nels Snesrud.
Thank you.
Nels Snesrud with booing section in full tow tonight, apparently.
They hoping that Nels lose.
Yes, Nels, living up to his moniker as the Streak Breaker last time, took down our first almost five-time champion here on the show. Nels, do you think you have what it takes now to get to 5 wins here?
If I beat Cedric and one more opponent, I'm going to be retired. I'm hoping. I want to retire.
Well, not quite, because if you make it to the end of this episode still as champion, you'll still have one more game you'll have to play in order to win it. But we'll hopefully get you at least to win number 3 as you take on your first opponent here. Coming to us by way of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Please welcome in Mr. Cedric Weatherspoon.
What's good in the hood?
Glad to have you back with us, Cedric. Sergeant in the National Guard, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. I don't think I've ever asked you this question, but what's one of your favorite game shows of all time that you've enjoyed?
Oof. That's tough. It's between two, but my favorite game show is The Price is Right.
Absolutely. Long time running. As the day of this taping, folks, we just found out that they are starting tapings, I believe, this week for their 49th season during the pandemic. And the fact that we're actually still managing to get new episodes of that, I am excited to see. People are all worried about the changes and whatnot. I'm just like, we're getting new Prices Right. I'm okay with this, personally.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that, and I'm excited to get to this game. You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, let's get right into it, of course. Remember, we play best 2 out of 3 here. Winner gets a shot to go on to the money cards for a potential $32,000 in cash. Nels is our champion, plays the top cards, the red cards. Cedric, our challenger, plays the blue cards. And we always start in our first game with a question to our champion. Nels?
Yes.
The other day, I was actually watching a classic episode of Card Sharks back from the Jim Perry's era of hosting.
Okay.
And he asked 100 second graders if they knew how many legs were on an octopus. Well, my man on the street, Seamus, he went over and took this question to 100 people who could remember their second grade days. How many of them on the street actually remember that an octopus actually had 8 legs?
I'm going to say that's like a middle road number. I'm going to say 55.
55 out of 100 of them remember an octopus has 8 legs. Cedric, higher or lower than 85?
Uh,
I'm sorry, 55, excuse me.
Okay. I'm going to say a little bit higher.
Let's say a little bit higher than that. Well, if the answer was higher, you'll get control of your cards first. If not, Nels does. The actual number of people that remember that an octopus actually had 8 legs is 83 of them. It is higher.
Wow.
I thought so.
I'm still surprised that 17 of them forgot. I mean, oct. If they know their Latin, oct stands for 8. Like, come on. The answer's in the name, for crying out loud. Nonetheless, Cedric, you won the questions. That means you're going to get a chance to play your cards first. So we'll start off looking at your opening base card for this game, a 10.
I'm going to change it.
Going to change
Come on, 908.
change the card. Next card off the top of the deck. That 10 now becomes a 4.
Okay, better. Higher.
Going higher than a 4. It's a 5.
Higher.
Going on, higher than a 5. It's a 7.
Freeze.
Gonna freeze right there. All right, taking a 3-card advantage, not letting Nels get to his question. And now going to question number 2. This one is for you, Cedric. Cedric, we actually have an estimated guess on this one. Estimated guess question here. If you were to buy a 100 megabyte zip drive and then reformat it, sorry, let me try this again. If you were to buy a 100 megabyte zip drive for a Mac computer and then reformat it to be able to use for a normal PC, how many megabytes would you be able to use of the 100?
Oh boy. From a Mac to a PC.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say about 60.
60. All right, he says. He said you'd be able to use 60 of those 100 megabytes. Nels, higher or lower than 60?
I'm going to think it's a little bit lower than that.
I'll say even less than that. All right, well, let's see. The actual number of megabytes you'd be able to use on a zip drive if you bought it for a Mac and reformatted to use with a PC would be 95. It's not lower.
Wow.
You'd actually be able to use a lot more of it.
Holy crap. Okay.
Oh, God damn.
All right.
That's
So,
mindset of
Cedric, you
computers.
got control of the cards. You've got that 7.
I'm going to change it.
Will have to be an
Changing
8 or
that
9.
7 now. The 7 now becomes a 3.
Jesus.
Higher.
Going higher than a 3. It's a king.
Lower for game 1,
For
please.
game 1 of the match at $500, lower than a king. Oh no, it's a king. You lose both of those cards there, giving now Nels
the
a free
duplicate.
chance to play his base card
Oh, my God.
of a jack.
Lower than the jack.
Lower than the jack. Oh no, it's a
Nope.
queen. You lose that card as well. Nobody making any progress off this one. We continue on with question number 3 now. This one goes back to Nels. Right, our person on the street asked 100 women if they would open up their purses and show them the contents inside of it. How many of those women would actually be willing to open their purses and show our man on the street what was inside?
I would say that's a low number because women are very secretive. I'm going to say about 30.
30 out of the 100 of them would open up their purses in order to show the contents inside. Cedric, higher or lower than 30?
Oh, man. This is tough.
Exactly.
You know what? For the off chance they would do it, I'll say a little bit higher. Just the off chance.
Say a little higher than that. Well, let's see. The actual number of women who would willingly open up their purses and show a random stranger everything they had inside is 63. It is higher.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, two-thirds of them would.
Yeah, God.
All right, so Cedric, you've got control of the cards. You've got your 3.
I'm going to keep the 3 and say higher again.
Higher than the 3. Oh, no, it's another 3 there. You lose that card again.
These duplicates are killing me.
Yeah, pairs, unfortunately, do not play well in this game, and now's a free chance to play your jack.
Lower again, please.
All right, lower than the jack. Oh, no, it's another king. You lose that one again.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Nobody making any progress off of that one there, so that means we go to our 4th and final question of this round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to Cedric. Cedric, we asked 100 married men, if you knew what you were getting into when you married your wife, would you have still married her? How many of those 100 men said yes, they would?
Depending on the situation, it might be high, it might be low. I'm going to say 45 out of 100.
45 out of 100 of them said they would still marry their wife now knowing that what they would have gotten themselves into. Nels, higher or lower than 45?
I'm going to say it's higher.
Let's say higher than that.
Yeah.
All right, for all important control of the cards, the actual number of men who would still marry their wives after knowing what they would have gotten into is 72. It is higher.
Okay. More.
All right, Nels, a tough decision for you to make here, sir.
It's a very tough decision.
You got a jack. You need 4 cards in order to win the game. Nels has a 3. You can't change it. Only needs 2 cards. So the choice is yours. Play it or pass.
Oh my God. This is a tough. I'm gonna pass it because Cedric's beginning double. So I'm gonna pass.
All right, gonna pass it. All right, Cedric, he's hoping your 3 doesn't hold up here. Call both cards correct, you win game 1. If not, it goes to Nels.
I need this so bad. Please be higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 7.
Oh, Christ. Higher for the game. Higher,
For
please.
game 1 of the match, higher than a 7. It's a 10. He's got it.
So far.
Well done, sir. That's $500.
I almost messed up myself. I almost made a mess. Oh, God.
It's all right. Well, you got through it. You did well. You got your first game. That's $500 for you. So you've won one game. Of course, we play best 2 out of 3. So we'll now deal the cards off the next cards off the top of your deck. Remember what's been played. It will hopefully ultimately help you get through the game. And we'll start with round number 2. Our challenger goes first in this round. And Cedric, that would be you. Cedric, we asked 100 people. As kids, did you have an underlying fear of the monster under your bed? How many of those adults who are adults now said yes?
Well, it is a common fear. I would say about 62.
62 of the 100 of them said they had a fear of the monster under the bed as kids. Nels, higher or lower than 62?
I would say it's a tad lower.
I'm gonna say a little bit lower than that.
I didn't have a fear of the monster, so this is.
I didn't have so much of a fear of a monster on my bed as I had a fear, like I had this very vivid nightmare one time that there was a guy, a regular hand that was reaching out from underneath my bed trying to grab me. That was all.
Oh.
Don't ask me where it came from, but it was just one of those few vivid nightmares I had as a child that just kind of stayed with me.
Enough said.
Yeah, we'll see. But the actual number of people who said as kids they had an underlying fear under the monster under their bed is 47. It is lower.
Okay.
All right, so that means Nels, you get first crack at your
I
cards in this
need
round.
this
So I'm going to
game.
start you off with a 10.
Change that, please.
Changing with the next card off the top of the deck. That 10 now becomes a queen.
Excellent. Lower than the queen, please.
Come on, lower than the queen. It's a 4.
Higher than the 4.
We're on higher than the 4. It's an ace.
Lower than the 8.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a 7.
Freeze it right there.
He says no mas. Does not want to go for the $1,000 bonus. Trying to protect his spot. A 4-card lead here for Nels. And this first one, we go on question 2 now. This one is for you, Nels.
Okay.
All right. Nels, we asked 100 grade schoolers if when the end of summer gets there, do you look forward to going back to school? How many of 100 grade school students said yes, they always do look forward to going back to school after summer vacation?
I would say that's a middle to the high number. I'm going to say 60.
60 out of 100 of them said they always look forward to going back to school. Cedric, higher or lower than 60?
Most kids don't look forward to go back to school after they had a good summer vacation. So I'll say slightly lower. Slightly lower.
I'm going to say slightly lower than that. All right, let's see.
Some kids do. I don't know.
I was always one because I was always one
really.
to look forward to like the new experiences of being in class. But then about a week or so, and after going back to school, I was like, I'm so over this already. But we'll see. The actual number of grade schoolers that actually look forward to going back to school after being out for the summer is 46. It is lower.
Well, I was wrong, apparently.
All right, Cedric, you've got control of the cards. Let's take a look at your base card this time. A 6.
Oh, Christ. You know what? I'm going to change it. See what happens.
Well, you won the
Why should it be
question.
a
You had the right to
7?
do it. That 6 now becomes an 8.
Oh,
Up the middle.
Even better.
Lower.
Yeah, lower
I
than the
just
8.
blew the game.
No, it's an ace. There, you lose that.
I should
Lose that
I
card.
should've kept
Nails
the
a
6.
free chance for that 7.
He's got it.
I don't know. It's a 7 for God's sake. Let's go higher.
For the tie up the match, higher than a 7. It's a 9. He's got it.
I should not have changed the 6. I should not have changed the 6.
Well done, sir. $500.
Okay, I will say this. Every one of my matches had rather sudden death. Yeah.
Well,
Everyone.
well, the pattern continues here. You've won another $500 there. You're up to $12,800. And once again, you are right. You are going to sudden death. 3 cards, only 1 question to determine who gets control of them. And as always in sudden death, the question goes to our champion. So, Nels.
Yes.
All right, we showed a newspaper article on hip hop fashion and its place in mainstream society to 100 people, and asked them if the newspaper should have printed something like that. Now, this is a classic question going back to the late 70s on this one. So. Again, this was late 70s. We showed a newspaper article on hip-hop fashion and its place in mainstream society to 100 people and asked them, should the newspaper have printed something like that? How many of them said yes?
Okay, I'm going to be really difficult for Cedric right now. I'm going to go 50 right in the middle.
50 right up the middle is what he says.
Yeah.
Cedric, higher or lower than 50?
Well, it's pretty much, it's 50-50 right now, so I'll say higher.
I'm going to say higher.
Yeah, I guess I gotta take a shot. It's all good. If Nils wins, he beat me fair and square. Let's go.
Well, yeah.
Well, we wait to see because we still have the cards to play. The person that can control the cards in this one, the actual number of people who said that a newspaper should have printed the article about hip hop and fashion in its main place in society during the late 70s is 39. It is not higher.
Yeah.
All right, so now that means you have control of the cards,
Yeah.
sir. You're going to show you each your base cards, and then you'll have a decision to make if you want to play it or pass. Remember,
Okay.
if you decide to play, you can change your base card if you want. If you pass it, Cedric cannot change his base card.
Okay.
Right?
Let's
So
open
Cedric
for a
will start by looking at his base card, a deuce.
Oh.
Okay, I'm happy.
Nels, your base card is a jack.
Okay.
Option's
I'm going
yours.
to play it myself.
Okay, you want to play it? Fair enough. Do you want to change the jack?
No. Lower than the jack.
All right, need
Please
both
be
cards
high.
in order to stay champion. Lower than a jack.
Please be
It's a
higher.
9.
Ooh.
Oh boy, who would die here?
Lower than the 9.
For
Please
the
be
game,
high,
the match,
please.
and still to be champion. Lower than a 9.
Please be higher.
It's a 6. He's got it. Congratulations, sir. Another $500 for you. That brings you up to $13,300. We'll be playing the money cards in just a minute. Cedric, we got to say goodbye to you, sir, but thanks for playing. You leave us with $500 in cash. Thanks for playing.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, stick around. Nels plays the money cards right after this.
Oh.
Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Nels our champion now, $13,300 so far. And now he's going to get a shot here to add some more on the money cards. You ready to go, Nels?
Oh, let's go.
All right.
I want 32 grand. Let's go.
Yeah, of course, you know how this works. We start you on the bottom row with $200 of brand new betting money. You work your way across those 3 cards, calling higher or lower successfully, and we'll add money to your bank. Until we get to that second row, we'll give you additional $400 and 3 more cards. Again, minimum bets are $50 and in $50 increments. Till you get to that top card, the big bet card, where you must bet at least half your money. And of course, along the way, if you get stuck, you get change one of your cards on each level with one of the 3 extra cards we'll do on the side of the game. And of course, if you can do a perfect double all the way to the top of the board, that is worth $32,000. I want to give you that money, sir. So if you're ready, let's get right into it. We'll deal
Let's
those
go.
cards, and let's give them $200 in betting money. Let's see if the
Give me a
cards
good
are a
card.
good
Give me a
shuffle
good
here
card.
for you. We'll start you off with your base card on this one, a king.
Nice.
Okay. All of it lower.
Betting the kit and caboodle, $200, lower than a king. It's another king. So no loss there. You stay at 200, but you still have a king.
All of it lower.
Let's try it again. $200, lower than a king.
Come on.
It's a 2. There we go. Double up, $400 now.
All of it higher.
Betting it again, $400. All of it higher than the deuce. It's a 4. There we go, $800 now. We move that 4 up to the next row. We'll give you additional $400 of betting money. You have $1,200 now and that 4.
600 higher.
Half the money there, $600. Higher than a 4. It's a 10. You got it, $1,800 in that 10. All right, changing with number 1, you said?
Yeah.
All right, changing with number 1. That 10 goes away, and out to play comes a king.
Let's go 1,200 lower.
Has a sneaking suspicion on the king here, trying to be conservative here. $1,200 lower than the king. It's a 3. $3,000 and another great card.
All of it higher.
Betting everything on this one. Good luck, sir. For $6,000, this is higher than a 3. It is. $6,000 now. We move that 6 up to the big bet card. Do you want to keep it?
Oh, no, I'm changing it with number 3.
All right, important change on the big bet card. Your big bet card is now an ace.
Lower.
You had to bet at least $3,000, but he's going for all or nothing. For $12,000, let's see it lower than the ace. It's a 9. He's got it. Nicely done, sir. Another $12,000 added to what you won. You have a grand total now of $25,300 in cash. Well done. All right, we're going to take a commercial break, come back and have Nels another opponent right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Nels, our champion, still up to $25,300 now in cash. He's ready to take on his next opponent. So let's meet him now. He is a new player here to NVG Productions, first time making on the show. Please welcome in Mr. Nick Dennison. Glad to have you aboard with us, Nick. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from, what you do, and all that.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I am Nick Dennison from the great state of Kentucky. I am a former worker at Michael's Art and Craft. What I usually like to do, I love game shows, and what to say, but it's going to be very exciting.
I see. Fantastic. Well, welcome to. We got the Bluegrass State represented now here on MVG. Glad to have you aboard, sir. You ready to play some Card Sharks?
Here it goes.
All right. Good luck to you both. Nell's a fine champion, and we're going to see how well this game goes. We start off, as always, with a question over to Nels. Nels, we asked 107-year-olds.
Oh, God.
We showed them a CD, and we asked them simply, what is this? How many of those 7-year-olds could tell them that this was a CD?
So it's 7-year-olds, huh?
Yes. Now, these are 7-year-olds today.
Okay. I'm going to say that's a very middle to the road number. I'm going to say 64.
64 out of 100 of them knew what a CD was. Nick, higher or lower than 64?
Wow. Going down, it has to be lower.
I'm going to say lower than that.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. The actual number of 7-year-olds who could identify what a CD was is 83. It's not lower. Woo! All right, so now that means you get control of your cards first. We'll take a look at your starting base card for this game. A 6.
Yeah, let's change that, please.
Changing that 6. That 6 now becomes a jack.
Perfect. Lower than the jack.
Going lower than the jack. It's a 5.
Let's go higher than 5.
Going on higher than the 5. It's a king.
Let's go lower than the king.
Going on lower than that king. Oh no, an ace there. You lose those 3 cards there back to the base card, giving Nick now a free chance to play his base card of a deuce.
Oh,
Oh,
Going
boy.
high.
Going higher than the deuce. It's a 6.
It's going higher.
Going on higher than the 6. It's a queen.
no!
Going on lower than the queen. It's a 3.
Oh, and higher.
For game 1 of the match and a $1,000 bonus for sweeping the board higher than a 3. It's an 8. He's got it. Nels makes one mistake, and Nick sweeps him off the board with that one. Well done, sir. $500 for you, plus $1,000 for winning the game. So you're already up 1-0. You got $1,500 in your bank. Well done.
Not this again. Not this again.
Nels seems a little worried over there at this point.
Deja vu again.
Well, like I said, if you're going to win this one, you're going to have to go to sudden death again,
Yeah.
but you're going to have to play catch-up here. So let's go ahead and deal those next cards off the top of the deck. And we'll go ahead and get started with round number 2 here with a question to our challenger on this one. So, Nick, this is for you. Nick, we asked 100 people, do you think people criticize the government too much? How many of those 100 people believe we do criticize the government too much?
Okay, this is a very interesting question. So, how about 7 would be? Just 7 now.
How many?
He said 70.
70 out of 100, okay? 70 of the 100 said that we feel like we do criticize the government too much. Nels, higher or lower than 70?
I'm going to say it's a little bit lower than that. I'm going to say lower.
I'm going to say lower. All right. We'll see. Well, the actual number of people that believe we do criticize the government too much is 36. It is lower.
Okay.
All right, Nels, get a chance to try to play catch up here. We'll start you off with your base card. An ace.
Lower than the ace.
Going lower than the ace. It's a 10.
Let's go lower.
Going on again, lower than the 10. Oh no, a king. There, you lose those 2 cards there. Giving Nick another free chance to play his base card. A 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Higher than the 3. It's a queen.
Going down.
We're on lower than the queen. It's a 5.
No.
Going up.
Going again,
No.
higher than the 5. Oh no, it's a 2. Loses that one there. Thought Nick was going to sweep him again. Loses those 3 cards. Nels breathes a huge sigh of relief.
Yes.
And we could go on to question number 2. This one goes back to you, Nels.
Okay.
Nels, we asked 100 recent fathers, do you get jealous from the time your wife spends with the baby? How many of 100 newly formed fathers do get jealous because of the amount of time the wife spends with the baby?
Oh, one of those questions. Oh, God. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's 65.
65 out of 100 do get jealous of the time. Nick, higher or lower than 65?
Going down.
I say lower than
Lower.
that. All right, we'll see. The actual number of recently newborn fathers that get jealous of the amount of time that their wife spends with the baby is 20. Is lower. All right, Nick, you've got control of the cards. You've got to keep the 3. It's going higher than the 3. It's an 8 up the middle.
Going higher.
Gonna risk it. Going higher than the 8. Oh no, it's a 3. You lose that card there. Go back to the base card, and Nels, free chance again to play the ace.
Big sigh of relief. Lower than the ace.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a 10.
Higher this time.
Going against the odds on this one, saying higher than a 10. No, it's an 8 there. Should have followed the pattern on this one, sir. You lose those 2 cards there. So we move on back to question number 3 now. This one goes back to Nick. Nick, we asked 100 people, have you ever turned off the TV because the program you're watching is just too racy? How many of 100 people have turned off the television just because the show that they were watching was too racy?
Yeah. Let's try 45.
45 out of 100 of them have turned off the television before. Nels, higher or lower than 45?
I think it's a little bit higher than that.
Let's say a little bit higher than that. All right, see, the actual number of people who have turned off the television because the program they were watching was too racy is 56 of them. It is higher.
Okay.
All right, now's another chance to try to play that ace.
Lower than the ace side. This
Again,
better not be a 10.
lower than the ace. It's a 9.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Let's freeze it.
It's going to freeze it there, take the
Yeah.
one card advantage here.
Yeah.
And we'll be advantaged. We'll see if it comes into play as we go to our fourth and final question of this round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. The question, of course, going to Nels. Nels, we asked 100 bachelors, when you get married, will you expect your wife to work? How many of 100 bachelors do expect their wife to work?
I'm going to say 50 in the middle.
50, right up the middle there. Nick, higher or lower than 50?
Let's go a little higher.
A little higher than that. I can understand why, considering the cost of living nowadays is so expensive. You almost have to have 2 incomes coming to your house just to maintain, I guess. But we'll see what the survey says here. The actual number of bachelors who said when they get married they do expect their wife to work is 73 of them. It is higher.
my God.
Oh, Lord.
All right,
That's
Nick,
much.
Nick, you have a tough decision here, sir. You have a 3. You can play your cards if you want and change that 3 if you'd like. You need 4 cards to win the game and the match. Nels stuck with a 9. Can't change it. He needs 3 cards to tie it up. The option's yours, sir. Do you want to play it or do you want to pass?
Yeah. We're going.
You're going to play it? Okay. Do you want to keep the 3?
Yep.
All right. You need to call all 4 of these cards correctly, and you will win the game and the match, become the new champion. Make one mistake, and Nels ties it up. Call the 3.
Higher.
Going higher than the 3. It's a 4.
Ooh. Higher.
Going on higher than the 4. It's a king.
No!
Oh boy.
Going lower.
Going lower than the king. It's a 10.
Oh man.
Let's go higher.
Going against the odds for the game and the match, become the new champion. Higher than a 10. No, it's a 9, and Nels ties it up. There we go. Nels breathing a sigh of relief there now. 28 over $25,800. We're all tied up 1 game apiece, and once again, Nels, for the 4th time in a row, going to sudden death to decide the winner. 3 cards, only 1
Sudden
question.
death, 4th
determined.
time in a row. Jesus Christ.
4th game in a row at Nels is going to sudden death.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Jesus
Well, we
Christ.
shall see.
Good
You
Lord.
survive is the question.
Well, we'll see what
I
happens.
I did it the other 3 times.
Because here,
Don't jinx me now, Leola. Don't.
well, in order to determine who goes on the money cards, we do have to play the tiebreaker round, and of course, in this one, the question always goes to our champion. So, Nels,
Yes.
we asked 100 doctors, can a person become ill from the stress of getting a divorce? How many of 100 doctors do believe a person can get ill from the stress from getting a divorce?
Once again, we'll go 50.
50, right up the middle again.
Yeah.
Nick, options yours, higher or lower than 50?
Let's go a little higher.
Say a little higher than that. All right, for all important control of the cards and sudden death, the actual number of doctors who believe a person can become ill from the stress of getting divorced is 99. It is way higher.
Whoa.
Nearly all of them, because
99. Jeez.
Because typically when your body gets stressed, it has to work harder just to try to maintain its balance, and it usually causes a weakening in your immune system. So it makes perfect sense from a medical standpoint.
Okay.
All right, but Nick, you've got control here in sudden death. Again, I will show you each your base cards, and then it's up to you to decide if you want to play. Remember, because you won the question, you have the right to change your base card if you decide to play. All right, we'll start by showing Nels' base card first. Nels has a 5. You have a king.
Oh, boy.
Option's yours, sir. Do you want to play it or do you want to pass it?
Play that king.
Plan, but how about we change that king?
You're going to play it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to change the king?
Yes.
You're going to change the king.
What?
All right. It's his decision to play the cards as he sees fit. He's going to change that
Nick,
king.
I hope you know what you're doing, man.
All right, changing that king. That king now becomes a 9.
Oh boy.
All right, you must play the 9. You must call both cards correct, make one mistake, and Nels retains as champion.
Nels one again.
Let's go lower.
Going on, lower than the 9. It's a 2. For the game and the match and to become the new champion, higher than a 2.
Double.
It's an ace. He's got it. We have a new champion. Congratulations, Nick. $2,000 for you. You're going to get a chance to play the money cards here in just a minute. Nels, unfortunately, this is where we have to say goodbye to you, sir. But you don't leave here empty-handed. You leave here with a very respectable total, $25,800, sir. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right, well done. And for Nick, $2,000 in your bank, sir. We're going to see if you can add some more to that as you get a shot to play on money cards. We'll do that right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks here, our new champion, Nick, with us. Our first time on any of the game shows here on the channel, and he's already a champion. He's got $2,000 so far, and now he's going to get his chance to play the money cards here, Nick. You saw how it worked during the first half, but I'll explain it again since you weren't a new player here on the show. Again, we start you off with $200 in the bottom row. Bet your way across there, making minimum bets of $50 and in $50 increments. Till you get to that second row, we give you additional $400 and 3 more cards there. Then once you get to the end of that row, you get to the top line, which is our big bet card. You must bet at least half your winnings there. And if you get stuck along the way, you can change 1 card on each level with one of the 3 extra cards we'll deal on the side of the game. And of course, if you can do a perfect double, 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 all the way to the top of the board, you're going to win yourself $32,000, sir. Are you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Best of luck to you. Speak up just a little bit so I can hear you clearly there as we deal out the cards, and we'll give you $200 in cash. Good luck to you. We start you off with your base card this round, the money cards, with a 7.
Let's go 100 higher.
Going to keep the 7 and play it. $100 higher than the 7. It's a king. Got it up to 300 now.
All right, let's take 200 lower.
All right, $200.
Hefty.
$200 lower than the king. Oh, no. Down to $100, but you have a card you can't lose on now.
Everything higher.
All right, double up. Back to
Well,
$200. Lower than the ace. It's a 3. He's got it back.
Yeah.
Rough start there across the bottom, but you finish with 200. We'll move that 3 up to the next row. Give you another $400. You have $600 now and a 3.
All right, all right, let's see. Everything higher.
All right, but trying to double up again for $1,200. If this card is higher than a 3, it's a 6. He's got it. $1,200 now and a 6.
Everything higher.
Doubling up again. Does not want to change the cards. Doubling up for $2,400. If this card is higher than a 6, it's a queen. $2,400 now and a queen.
Lower, $100 lower.
$100 lower, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, $100. Conservative bet on the queen. $100 lower than the queen. It's a 9. $2,500 now. We've moved that 9 up to the big bet card. Do you want to keep it?
No. Let's change it. Number 1.
Changing with number 1. An important change here. That 9 goes away and out to play for your big bet card. A 3. You have
Everything higher.
So you have to bet at least $1,250, but he's going for all or nothing. So for an even $5,000, if this card is higher than a 3, it's an 8. He's got it. Nicely done, sir. Another $5,000 in cash for you there. Added to the $2,000 you won your upfront game, sir. You'd have a 1-game total now of $7,000. Congratulations. done. And more importantly, now you're also the new champion, which means you'll come back on our next episode and try to defend your championship and try to see if you can win some more, okay?
All right.
Fantastic. Well, good job. Again, see, this proves it right here, folks, that first-timers here on the show can come out and be champions right away. It's your chance to do as well. So, again, if you want to join in all the fun and games, check out the Facebook page. Join, fill out the contestant question search there. Once you do, if you get approved, you jump in, and you could be the next big winner right here on Card Sharks. But that's all the time we got for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like the series and want to see more of it, check out the first season playlist here on the channel. And if you want to see the other great game shows we've done here, past, present, and future, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are dealt out once again and we try to give away some more money, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Card Sharks. Take care. Bye for now, folks. This is your announcer, Michael Gentry, speaking for Card Sharks, an MVG Productions presentation.